Yo, you guys remember B.O.B. and Eminem's track called Things Get Worse, in which he somehow dissed all the famous celebrities, namely Angelina Jolie, Jessica Simpson, Dakota Fanning, and so many other celebrities. So now a new snippet of the song is leaked, and apparently there is one more celebrity he had dissed in the original version, one he had worked on a couple of tracks with. To find out who that is and what he said about her, stay with me. So the internet is going crazy over Eminem's 7-second snippet that was leaked earlier on Reddit. The short track seems to be the unreleased version of B.O.B.'s 2011 track called Things Get Worse, which was recorded in 2009 by Eminem. Now you might wonder what is so special about this track. Let me tell you. Let's first start with the title, which is Snippet, Eminem Things Get Worse, Rihanna Diss. Yup, it is Rihanna's diss snippet apparently. Now if you only connect the dots, you see that 2009 was the same year that Rihanna's infamous assault happened. On the 8th of February 2009, Chris Brown, Rihanna's ex-boyfriend, was arrested and was found guilty of felony assault. Chris had beaten Rihanna and left her alone on the street with her face bruised and battered. Later, Brown was sentenced to 5 years probation and 6 months of community service. In 2010, Eminem and Rihanna released the first part of their smash hit Love the Way You Lie, which was about them reflecting on their ambivalent and abusive relationships with their respective ex-partners Kim and Chris Brown. According to Genius, Eminem wrote his verses in the song and then reached out to Rihanna, asking her to sing the chorus as she, like him, experienced an abusive relationship and he felt the song would resonate and connect with her, which was true. Rihanna had also mentioned that what was unbelievable about this song was the fact that Eminem had confronted himself on the record. They went on to record a sequel to the original, but this time it was all from the female's perspective. Both versions were written by Skylar Grey, but Rihanna performed it. These two were not the only Eminem and Rihanna's collaborations. The song that came next was Numb, which was released on Rihanna's Unapologetic album in 2012, and then The Monster, which was their fourth collaboration in 2013. So after all of these collaborations, hearing that he had recorded a song dissing Rihanna is just too much. But what about this snippet is so controversial? Allow me to recite the lyrics. The rap goes like this. Of course I side with Chris Brown. I'd beat a bitch down too if she gave my dick an itch now. Wow. So back in 2009, he sided with Chris Brown, and a year later, he felt like reaching out to Rihanna to sing a song about the assault was the right thing to do. I mean, no one had any idea about this version of the track, so he couldn't get busted. All we heard on the released version of Things Get Worse by B.O.B. were something about Angelina Jolie in her throat, and about Jessica Simpson letting go of her tuna casserole, shooting his mom in his neck, Carmen Electra being cute, and then elaborated verse about murdering Dakota Fanning, who was 16 then. This guy is for sure out of control when he starts writing. In case you guys have forgotten, in 1999, his mother filed a slander lawsuit against him over the lyrics on the Slim Shady LP, and his ex-wife Kimberly Scott also sued him over his other track called Kim that described how violently he wanted to kill her. On top of all that, Eminem was also interviewed by the Secret Service for one of his recent lyrics alluding to kill Ivanka Trump. We all know that Eminem has always been composing violent lyrics. Some of his lyrics even support and encourage domestic abuse and violence against women. So if we think about the new snippet considering all of this, we can easily accept him siding with Chris Brown. What I still don't understand though is how he recorded this in 2009 and went on to release 4 collaborations with Rihanna like a hypocrite. Only Eminem can do this. What do you guys think? Do you believe Eminem only used Rihanna to sell records, or was he really ashamed of his original snippet and that is why he had removed it from the released song? Let's talk about it in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe to stay up to date with Curious Sips. Until next time.